and that has been exhibited, or I will be exhibiting for this case, new ones. I asked him if he could CC me in the email. I told him it was really important because I had all these other documents that needed to be sent to them, and the best way to send stuff with him, because I knew people were stealing my mail. And I they had everybody and everything. Like, everything I did was contaminated by the opposition, sabotaging, and the game's inciting globally. So so that's what I've been up against all this time. So I'm saying I did an affidavit service that I served the New Zealand Police at New Zealand Police Office in New Lynn on the 18th of May 2023. Obviously he didn't. He probably chucked it away because that's everyone's attitude. They've done that. The courts have done that. I know the courts have damaged or shredded or got rid of evidence in my documents as part of sabotaging and helping each other. That's pretty serious allegations, but that's what's happened. Yeah. So I did serve them twice, and that's what I'm sticking by. But I'm not having any problem. I mean, I'm having problems trying to just go forward in everything historically. So I'm basically exiled or locked out, and I'm trying to fight for my life to go forward. But whoever's like on the receiving end is part of the system of locking me out. If you can understand what I'm saying, just one moment. The other issues I found with this case, I've had to, like, the courts are not responding like they would normally in the old system. So I've been frustrated because they don't answer phones, they don't return phone calls, and if they do, it's probably, in a rare occasion they would ring back. But then I've had to go into courts numerous times to try and find out that a case officer is available. I've personally had to go in several times in and out of High Court to serve my documents because no one was responding. So I diary note everything of when I go in and who I speak to as evidence. Okay, so the judge for this case is Judge Lester, and I'm just trying to think. So what my next application according to the laws, I'm asking the courts to do a set-aside judgment on liability, which is for miscarriage of justice. Okay, because the police didn't investigate the car accident. They didn't investigate anything in the protected disclosure. Nothing, no report, anything I've complained about. They haven't investigated or anything. All right, so this is the Meredith Connell's this the Crown. This is they've titled it Memorandum of Council for New Zealand Police. So there's two agencies that's charged on the same same civil case, and it's Independent Police Code of Conduct, because they also received the documentations for the protected disclosure application in 2010, and they didn't even investigate the car accident. and there was two particular disclosure application in there. Back then it was for the Church of Christ New Zealand that I brought up in, and I had my pastor Cyril King's name on it, and a few letters, I think 1 or 2 letters on it. I had 2 letters on this protected disclosure. So on this protected disclosure, it had the car accident, and there was sufficient evidence to prove that that I was subject to workplace bullying at this time. This is the same application I submitted to the Ministry of Justice and to PSA. And so that's why I'm suing the police for, because they did nothing at all. And also my driver's license was stolen while I was working in the office. Nothing. And that's all in detail in the evidence and documentations. And some of my police complaints, they haven't intervened. There were things like I had suspicion someone was hacking into my laptop, criminal harassment, those kind of things. I just consistently just kept complaining. I was complaining I felt that I was being surveillanced, and unlawful surveillance by somebody, I didn't know who. I was complaining about my home being bugged, or because how else would these people know when I go out and then they come out and harass me or stalk me. The statement of claim was filed on 9th of February 2023. On the 22nd of May 2024, Ms. Croatian filed a memorandum outlining her intention to file an application pursuant 1214 to set aside judgment, which judgment is unclear from the memorandum, but Council for New Zealand Police is unaware of any judgment. I think, from what I gather from what the Crown has written here, they've misunderstood or doesn't understand what Rule 1214 and the High Court rules. Okay, I'm applying for an interlocutor. So basically, I'm letting the court know that my next application is a section 1214 for a set aside judgment. So basically, I'm applying for an interlocutory application for the judge to make a judgment on miscarriage of justice, because it's a miscarriage of justice case that I can prove that the police have broken the laws and that they have no case to answer. And basically, really, it's just telling the court we're wasting court time, because it is a waste of court time if they can't challenge it. And when anything miscarriage of justice, and it's quite clear that I'm the victim, there's no way that the police can argue it, even if they tried. So this here allows the judge to make an immediate order. So the Crown is trying to stop that. The way he's written this, he's misunderstood. He obviously doesn't understand what that is, but that is what a section 1214 is a set-aside judgment for miscarriage of justice, and which means there's no case, there's no way the council or the Crown can contest it, because if it goes through the criminal route, they could get they'll still get sued. They'll still have to pay me compensation, but it is a Category 4 case. But criminal always overrides civil cases automatically, whether the victim is dead or alive. So basically, I'm asking the court that the case is a section 1214. I'm just going to do just a quick clip on the penalties of organisations and any government agencies when they, have done very serious misconducts or very serious violent offences. This includes anyone in government organisation according to the laws, the penalties and the actual pecuniary penalties, it's called, and criminal liability. So a case like mine is a very serious case, of course, because there's a lot of very serious indictable criminal offences. So in hindsight, the case itself is worth a lot more money, but according to the laws, and I'm just going through this because I think this is really important to make sure that they don't get away with it. With my situation I've been representing myself legally in court since 2016, but the case has been sabotaged and turned into a monopoly game sort of a thing. So this is where I got the amount. This is not, it clearly says here, for an individual who commits an offence is liable to $500,000 fine or both, which means they can get a conviction too. But it is a case-by-case basis. So individuals can actually get sued $500,000 and a conviction or both. And over here it clearly says it's $10 million. Also for organisations, because organisations and corporate bodies are all treated as an individual. So this is where I got the $10 million for each organisation. So I thought I'd just put that up to make sure that they don't get away with it. But this is what is actually happening secretly behind the scene. I'm doing everything myself, so it's been frustrating. So when I go out, different people come out and they're playing games with my life when I'm by myself. It's dangerous, really. It's not acceptable for anyone to go through what I've gone through. But I don't know who's doing it. But the everything is staged, and they're staging people in my space when I do go out, just to go to the shops, and doing their indirect, whatever they want to call it.